from the Richland Hills Public Library. I'm Miranda, the youth librarian, and today I am bringing you a fun activity that has to do with Pi Day, which is coming up this Sunday, 3/14, of course, March 14th. For those of you who may not know, Pi has to do with circles, and basically, and I'm gonna have my lovely little sheet here to kind of help me out and walk me through it because I have trouble to describing it. So pi is when you take the circumference of the circle, or the outer edge, and you measure that, and then you take the diameter of the circle, whatever that is, measure that, and then when you divide them into each other, you always come out with this same number, which I'll turn it this way so that y'all can see it. It's always the same series of numbers every single time, no matter how big or how small your circle is. So that's what pi is all about. So today I'm going to be showing you a couple of cool, neat ways to make circles when you don't have a compass. So what you need for this project is super simple. There's a couple of different compasses that we're going to make. So for one of them, you're going to need 2 pencils and a pen, and some rubber bands, which I did not bring out, but we'll do that right now. It's so nice having all of my office supplies handy. So 2 pencils, a pen, and rubber bands for one of them. And then for the other one, all you need is duct tape, a ruler, and a push pin. So let's get started. You can kind of see I've already made a couple of examples. So this is what we're going to be making. It's our makeshift compass. And then this is our other makeshift compass, which doesn't look much like a compass at all, but I'm going to show you how to make it, and then I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so for our first compass, the very first step is to take your 2 pencils and then wrap the ends as tight as you can. And I apologize if you're hearing my computer making funny noises in the background. I have no clue what is wrong with it. But we're doing our video, so we're not going to check on it right now. All right, so just like that, make them pretty tight, but you do want them to be able to chopstick, just like that. Then we're gonna chopstick them and take our pin and very carefully, because the first time I made one, I poked myself a couple of times with these pencils, I'll be honest. So then you're gonna take your rubber band and wrap around right there, over and over again. You do not want this one to be quite as tight. So let's see, maybe one more. You want it to be kind of loose, and I'll show you why here in a second. And then actually it's better if you take the cap off. All right, and we're gonna do our other one, just like this. That might be too tight. Let's see. One more.
There we go.
Okay. All right, so there's your makeshift compass. If you need a circle that is a particular diameter, then you can just take your ruler and kind of measure from one point to the other. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. So this circle would be just a little bit shy of 4 inches. But if we want it smaller, then we just kind of squeeze our pencil like so. And now we have a 3-inch circle. So now we're gonna test it out. Y'all ready? So we're gonna pick a spot, lay it down. Whoops, I'm not good at this, y'all. Pick a spot, lay it down, and then, ooh. So our problem, because it's not a real compass, is that our pencil point isn't digging into the paper the same way that a real compass would. It would also be better if I were holding it differently. So ideally for this compass, what you want to do is make sure that you're really holding on to this part right here, okay? And that's the best way to get the best circle. I actually had much better luck with our second compass, but we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come right back and I'll show you how to make that. Okay, so we're back. I'm going to show you how to make the next one. I think what I'm actually going to do for this one first is show you how it works. which is really cool. But what I am gonna need, and what I advise y'all to do, is to try to have something hard and sturdy underneath your piece of paper, so that you've got something to push your push pin into, and that's really important. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see, but this is just several strips of duct tape layered on top of each other. I think it's about 4. And then with my ruler, I measured out 1/4 inches all the way down. So I've got holes, 1/4 inch holes, well, not 1/4 inch holes, but holes at each 1/4 inch in our strip of duct tape. So what you do is you push your push pin into the furthest hole, like so. And then let's break apart our lovely compass here so that I have a pencil that I can use. Uh-oh, there went the eraser. Okay. And then you just pick a hole for the size you want your circle to be. And then very carefully, you can see it working there, trace around the edges. And then we can come out to a different size. Uh-oh, this one doesn't want to work. That means my hole's not very good. There we go. But that's better. There we go. Yeah, you do have to make sure that your hole goes all the way through properly. I'll do that for each one just in case. Okay. But look at how nice and even these circles are. Aren't those wonderful? You pull out your push pin, and there you go. You have circles that you can do designs inside of, or you can cut them out to make geometrical designs onto another piece of paper, something like that. Let me show you just real quick how I made it, although as you can see, it was super easy to make. It was not difficult. So all you need is some duct tape in your color of choice. And you just tear off strips. And the size of the strip depends on how big you want your largest circle to be. Like if you don't really care and you only want smaller circles, then you don't really need something this big. You can do about half this size. But you just tear off one. Another one. About the same size, but it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And then you just very carefully try to line up your edge. I'm going to do it from this edge because that's easier for me to see. Very carefully line those up, press them down. And you can see that's still pretty flimsy, which is why you do several layers. Like I said, on mine, I think I did 4, but if you want it even sturdier than this one, which is pretty sturdy, if you want it sturdier than that, you just keep layering. Just keep in mind that for every layer you do, you're going to have to make sure that you have something that will poke through those layers. All right. So once you've got something that you like, you just trim up your edges so you don't have any extra sticky. And then you use your ruler to make your markings. I usually do it down the middle. And try to give yourself a little bit of extra room on your edges. So maybe like a 1/2 inch. And then you just mark all the way down as far as you want to go. And once you've got your marks, you can use the push pin to make the hole. And that'll get you started. Of course, obviously a pencil lead is a little bit bigger than a push pin hole. So you just get your pencil lead in there to make the hole a little bit bigger so that when you're actually using the compass, it'll come through like I was having trouble earlier there. All right, so there you go. There's 2 really simple, easy ways to draw really nice looking circles. I think these are pretty good circles, even if our makeshift compass didn't do so great. But the duct tape did really awesome. So Those are ways that you can make circles at home, and then you can try out the pie experiment, so to speak, for yourself. You can measure the circumference of your circle. You'll need some measuring tape or something to do that, and then you'll measure the diameter of your circle and then divide them and see what number you get. You should get pie. So I think that's everything. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to check out our story time for this week. And don't forget to come and pick up our craft kits for the week. There's all kinds of cool stuff in the craft kit. Let's see, it's National Barbie Day this week, and it's National Super Mario this week. And what else? National Napping Day. That's my favorite one, y'all. It's National Girl Scout Day. And of course Pie Day. So all kinds of cool stuff going on. So I think that's everything. My camera person would remind me, I think, if there was anything else. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a good day.